Hello everyone. Today I would like to tell you about a very interesting order from the National Green Tribunal. In fact, it is National Green Tribunal South Zone Bench, the Chennai bench, of Srimati Justice Pushpa Sathya-narayana, Judicial Member, and Dr. Satyagopal Korlapati, the Expert Member. The order is on three original applications: OA number 152 of 2021, Southern Zone; OA number 53 of 2022, Southern Zone; and OA number 187 of 2021, Southern Zone. Judgment was reserved on 6th December 2022 and got pronounced on 23rd March 2023. In fact, we have covered it in our 29th March 2023 issue of the print version of Enviro Annotations. The NGT Southern Zone Bench pronounced its judgment on the issue of unabated illegal sand mining in the River Aaraniaar in Andhra Pradesh in the name of desilting and dredging activity without environmental impact assessment EIA. The NGT bench considered various factors in its judgment, including whether the private respondents had the necessary clearances, consents, approvals, sanctions from the authorities concerned for sand mining, and whether there were any violations of the conditions imposed. The NGT bench found that State Environment Impact Assessment Authority and the State Expert Appraisal Committee failed to follow the standard procedures in granting environmental clearance for sand mining in violation of respective guidelines. The SEIAAs, the State Expert Appraisal Committee, recommended the request for semi-mechanized sand mining subject to the submission of additional information, which was then promptly furnished. However, the meetings of the SEAC and SEIAA convened to review the reports were held within 3 days without the standard procedures of notice and circulation of papers being followed. The meetings were held only to grant the amendment sought without any scrutiny of the records called for in violation of guidelines. Additionally, the NGT bench observed that sand replenishment studies were not carried out in accordance with the applicable guidelines. Furthermore, the SEIAA granted permission for the use of machinery without due consideration and in violation of existing guidelines, rather than directing the project proponents to obtain a fresh environmental clearance under the B1 category, which would have required an EIA, public consultation, and other necessary processes. The NGT bench declared that the amendment allowing semi-mechanized sand mining under B2 category and all environmental clearances permitting semi-mechanized sand mining under B2 category illegal and set aside as they violate guidelines and sustainable sand mining management guidelines 2016. An interim compensation of 18 crore rupees payable by PMR Infra India Ltd and also Prakash Power Venture Limited on the basis of 1 crore rupees per EC to be deposited with the Central Pollution Control Board within a period of 3 months. Moreover, the NGT has directed the Secretary, Government of India, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change to investigate the manner in which environment clearances were amended and the permission for semi-mechanized sand mining was granted under B2 category in violation of the guidelines and office memorandum issued by the ministry. The Secretary is also directed to recommend appropriate action against the persons responsible. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change is also directed to re-examine the categorization of B1 and B2 categories especially in sand mining, and to sensitize the SEIAAs of various states. In conclusion, the NGT bench of Srimati Justice Pushpa Sathya-narayana criticized the conduct of SEC and SEIA members for granting environmental clearances and also blamed the irrigation department for failing to protect riverine ecosystems. The segmentation of sand mining into small pockets led to the projects being considered as B2 category, which violated the principle of public trust doctrine. That's all in this episode. If you liked, please mention it in the comment section and share with your friends and colleagues. Till I come back with another episode, do take care of your good self, your near and dear ones, and your environment.